Yes.
What can I do for you?
Come on.
Will do.
Grave beat. I see. I'll tear your skeleton out by your ass. Ah!
Will do.
Smash to pieces!
Bleed out, you little shit.
Can't do that. On it. Sorry, can't. Can't do that.
Look at that.
Future course.
Will do.
Bleed out, you little shit.
Pay attention, kids. You might learn something.
Let's try that again. Bleed out, you little shit.
At once.
I'll tear your skeleton out by your ass.
Will do.
Bleed out, you little shit.
You'll have to hit harder than that. Crap. See that? I'm not entirely.
Sorry.
Pity you won't enjoy this as much
Will
as I
do.
do.
Take it harder than that.
On it. I got it.
This weapon isn't done. I'm worthless. Crap. This is embarrassing. I'll be. I'll
On
make
it.
that one for a bit.
Will do. Right.
I'll tear your skeleton out by your ass.
Take me if you can.
They hit harder than that.
Spoiled bastard, aren't you?
On your knees, worm!
No, Christ! My nose! My nose! At once.
Right. On it. On it. I got it. On it.
Oh, now I have to.
On it.
I'm fine. Just fine. I don't need that written scribe.
Take me!
I see. He is the crow flies.
I think my wisdom is fine. Finally
Right.
catching up to my end.
Grovel before me!
On it.
Grovel before me!
Fatebinder.
feel my sisters twisting around inside me, Binder. I can't tell whether they're dancing or trying to cut their way out. Or both. That's only comforting like a flagon of unwatered wine. Feels nice now, sure, but I'm gonna regret it tomorrow. It feels like all that's in front of me is a gorge so wide and so deep that there's nothing to see but wide open air. Say we come out of this with minds and bodies intact, you've got the tears and the Overlord has everything else. Then what? I just hope the Overlord is of a mind with you on that. The voices... I can't imagine him bending the knee to you. Whatever you've got planned, if you're walking into the heart of his power, you'd better be kitted for war. Your confidence inspires. It's positively fucking infectious. The Voices has more years behind him than a person can rightly imagine. If anyone's ever dug up a way to cheat the Void, it would be him. What if that way is me? We know he was preparing me for something. What if he made some trap door into me? What if he's hiding inside me right now? You know, I'd never considered trying that. Got any suggestions on that front? Think that's what it'll take? Humanity is a big, complicated, many-faced thing. Kind of like the Voices, come to think of it. But I think I know what you're getting at. We've got shit to do, right? Don't let me hold you up. And thanks, Fatebinder. Arcbinder.
We must rest soon.
I'm not entirely useless. I can't.
Wait out, you little shit!
Will do.
It's a hit!
Maybe you won't enjoy this as much as I do.
I need to try.
So move! Take me if you can!
On it. Will do.
So heavy.
Will do.
Move!
Will do.
Oh, curse my negligence. I was going to make ink from those leaves. Prime bird watching from that desk. When you're older, you'll start liking boring things too. Oh, curse my negligence. I was going to make ink from those leaves.
Right.
Kairos be praised, we found it! Yes. Only need a moment. This won't be like last time, where a moment means half a day. If my understanding is correct, these berries only need a little alcohol to make them absorb into the skin and cause you to bleed. Oh, this takes me back.
Then we have a deal. You'll receive further instructions by way of missive. We will use a plethora of names when writing to you, but you will know us by our seal.
Five parts water, 2 parts red grape juice, 1 part ash. I'm still not convinced I can play the part. Considering how insular the school is, I don't see how any will trust me. Allegiance to the voices. So you must be seeing... Oh, which explains why I'm seeing... Oh, this is confusing. Wait, you already have someone there. How do I meet up with this person?
What did we tell you? Your first objective is to blend into the school. Besides, if our other sage is discovered and you're close, we'd lose you both. You have so much to learn about this craft. We could tell you that, but wouldn't it just be us telling you what you think we think the answer is? Lantry is one of many agents we seeded throughout the tiers years before this war. One can never plan too far in advance. And to answer your question, yes, all will be forgiven.
Forgiven? Wait, just what are you seeing?
That's the problem with pretending to be a confused old man. How do we know when you're genuinely confused?
Yes, my answer is yes.
We're going to have a beautiful future. Serve well, and you just might be a part of it.
After all that, I think I need a stiff drink to calm the noises. How are you feeling? Hardly. I dragged you across the tier so I could hallucinate a lot. To be honest, I didn't really know what was going to be here until we showed up, so I didn't want to run afoul of anyone's expectations. Thank you for indulging me. Lexime and I shared such berries once, long ago. When I found the directions in her writings, I had a hunch it would take me to her source. Oh, that? I swindled a man loyal to the Voices. The Archon offered to let me live in exchange for my service. It never was clear when my service was done, per se, but I like being a sage, so I never really stopped. Both, in varying capacities. If I understand the effects correctly, we were having parallel experiences with some shared recollection. Fascinating. I too saw Lexime and that old sage, but you saw the Voices of Narat? Perhaps your mind is readying itself for the inevitable conflict between the two of you? Well, I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. I think I just wanted to talk to the Lexime I remembered. The Lexime she has become is not the person I thought I loved. But what we want isn't always what actually happens. She'd have known that if she lived by the truth of the Chronicle. Considering these Chronicle fragments would have remained corrupted without me, yes, I feel I've done history a service. You honor me, Archon, but I'm merely doing my duty as a scholar. I never thought I'd be undoing the deceit of another chronicler, but I suppose if you live long enough, you see it all. Yes, a bit too soon for that. Is this an argument for epistemological skepticism? Well, I can say with certainty that I have never willingly obfuscated the record. So be it. When she sullied the Chronicle, she lost the right to speak on behalf of history. And I would prefer not to cross paths with Lexime again. How you saw her in our visions is how I want to remember her. Thank you. I think I needed this last interaction with Lexime before I replace her pages in the Chronicle. Well then, enough chatter for now. Let's be on our way.
Fatebinder, thank you for answering my summons. This could very well be the defining hour of the conquest. I first want to make it clear why we've assembled today. After the collapse of Vendrian's Well and the start of the Civil War, it became clear to me that there must have been some great fault on the part of the Archons. We come together to root out the source of our troubles and determine which of the Archons has sowed more chaos during the war. Much has happened since I dispatched you on that mission. With Kairos' mandate that only one Archon may rule the Tiers, the verdict is now more important than ever. We cannot allow this conquest to descend into total anarchy. You backed Graven Ash and his disfavored army at the start of the Civil War. I know that you must have been torn in your decision, but I assure you that your loyalty to the Archon isn't in question here. Only your findings will be weighed with their due importance. In your professional and objective opinion, which of the two Archons is guilty of sowing the most chaos in the Tiers? And so the charges are declared. I'm confident you've come with prepared arguments and research, as is expected of your station. In accordance to Kairos' legal custom, you will state the crimes against the Archon and offer up your evidence. The court will weigh your claims on their merits. I would encourage you to make as many claims as possible. Bringing charges against an Archon is no small matter. They are not accountable to Kairos' laws with the same rigidity as an average citizen, so it may be more difficult to justify their guilt. Provided that you have the evidence to back them, of course. To make a claim lacking evidence will only harm your case in the court's eyes. Is this understood? Then we are ready to begin. State your claims, Fatebinder. You may proceed at your own pace. Very well. I have weighed your evidence against the charges. The Court of Tunon the Adjudicator, Archon of Justice, and Counsel to Kairos the Overlord finds the voices of Nerot guilty of sowing chaos, flaunting his authority, and using a time of war to advance his own twisted ambition. The sentence is death. In accordance with Kairos' laws, the court headsman will deliver the verdict and its consequences to our former colleague. I summon Blood and Mark to appear. Go about your assignment, headsman. Trouble the court no longer with your displays or your bravado, and be quick to return with the guilty party. We will abide here until you return. Given the court's findings, I judge you guilty by association with the voices of Nerot. As he perpetrated his crimes, you had the audacity to represent the Scarlet Chorus in this Hall of Law. What of his fate, student? You proved the voice's guilt. His servant is yours to dispense with as you see fit. As fair and compromising as ever. Nunaval, escort this one from the court. The time for discipline and reintegration will come after our business is concluded. With that unpleasant business out of the way, we change course to another serious matter. One that puts into question your conduct as a member of Kairos' loyal followers. You have made quite a name for yourself, Fatebinder. Stories of your deeds have spread through the tiers, and all of them have reached this court. Some actions have consequences. We will see what your actions have wrought. The court has its own charges to present, and invites you to answer for yourself. Yes, and I would ready yourself to form a defense, because your testimony could augur your doom. The trial begins now. I recommend that you treat these moments with deserving gravity, as they might be your last. Don't attempt to lie or evade answers. I will judge you in the objective eyes of our Overlord. Is that understood? At least your civility remains intact. You are on trial for transgressing on the Overlord's authority, breaking the laws of the Empire, bringing mayhem to an otherwise orderly conquest, and meddling in concerns that fell beyond your station. Our directive to bring Kairos' peace to the tiers has suffered, and you will answer for the part you played. The court has inquiries into your conduct. I first call your travel companions to speak on your behalf as witnesses to your character or accomplices to your crimes. Who will speak on behalf of the Fatebinder? The Ironclad Commander will step forward, if indeed he has the strength to walk.
You want me to speak, Adjudicator? I've been treated with fairness and respect, as fine as anything the Legion ever gave me. The Fatebinder trusts my counsel. I've never seen a finer, more upstanding member of the court.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf? Scarlet Fury, you who sacrificed your old life for this one, step forward.
Me? As if the likes of me has any business speaking in a grand hall before the Archon. Why, I've murdered enough folk to stack their bodies up to the podium 10 times over. Your Honor. The Fatebinder and I get along like a couple of cats. We scratch here and there, but there's respect to be had. Sometimes I think we agree on too much, but can't fight everyone. I suppose I've had worse bosses, and I suppose I've had better friends. But this one's something special. I've killed for him, and I'll do it again.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf? Let the aged chronicler step forward.
If it may please the court, I will speak true. I have had the honor and privilege of shadowing the Archon. A dream come true for someone so eager to witness history in the unfolding. I can say, with conviction, I am following greatness.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf? I have one final question, Fatebinder. You were brought to this campaign to adjudicate the disagreements between the two armies. After your arrival, matters quickly escalated into a civil war. Did you knowingly join the conquest of the Tears to sow discord in your wake, or were you merely a victim of circumstance? It's possible, even likely, that the Archons traveled south with their own agendas. I make no secret of the fact that the more worthy of the two would have inherited the Tears to rule as their domain under Kairos, and ambition got the better of them both. They were expected to conduct themselves in a professional manner, as were you. I am finished with my line of questioning. Have you any closing remarks for the court? The way you frame it, the conquest sounds like a matter of true personal investment. Most curious. After weighing the charges, this court finds you innocent. Against all reason or expectation, I find you innocent. Your testimony was sufficient to justify your deeds, your self-appointed authority, and your undermining of Kairos' law. I can hardly believe it myself. Archon, your presentation in the court today has shaken many of my core beliefs. Things I held sacred under Kairos' law are now uncertain. I once thought that Kairos was the sole overlord. The notion of rising to her echelon of power and influence wasn't a concept that existed for me, for anyone. You have proven her wrong. What's more, you understand justice and law better than she ever did, better than even. I am willing to accept you as my new sovereign, if you'll have me. My loyalty is beyond question. I will do anything for you. My gavel and my justice are yours. I will execute your laws as you draft them, show mercy as you see fit, and bring to ruin all who would reject you.
Adjudicator, kid. Allow this blade to cut to the point. I have an objection, or two. Don't distract me while I'm on the job, kid. Look, it's not like I have a grudge against you. I just can't let you live on Kairos' orders. I'm sure you understand. I would not so readily hand my leash to another. Really? Did you think I would allow myself to be used by someone like you? That you could send me to strike at the Overlord? No. I would feel your blood pool beneath my feet first.
It would appear the court headsman is determined to make his stand. Under normal circumstances, I would curb this behavior with a swift execution. However, we have long since abandoned normalcy. There will be a trial by combat then. Bledenmark's claim against your own. Justice will win out, and the will of the true Overlord will be evident for the living to witness. You may begin when ready, Archon. Your trial begins anew, Archon. Prepare to defend your title, your innocence, and your very life.
Battle!
Let's try that again.
Where you go? Shit! Focus!
Hurts when I hit, doesn't it?
Will do.
A new dent! A new dent!
Oh, now I have to kill you.
The trick is to keep twisting till you hear the snap.
This weapon is entirely worthless.
I'll hit you twice as hard next time!
The trick is to keep twisting till you hear the snap.
This weapon is entirely worthless.
I did not see that coming.
Pay attention, kids. You might learn something.
Right.
That is beneath me!
Will do. On it.
I need to try a different weapon.
Another scar? Fine.
I got it.
Got it.
I'll hit you twice as hard next time!
I'll take care of it.
Hurts when I hit, doesn't it?
Will do.
Hurts when I hit, doesn't it?
You got it.
That one rattled me hard.
Landry, you piece of shit! Focus! Consider it done.
Let's try that again.
I'll hit you twice as hard next time. You dent.
Pity you won't enjoy this as much as I do.
I'm good.
This weapon is entirely worth it. That's one.
A new dent.
Oh, that
Right.
fucking hurt. Let them think they can hit me.
The trick is to keep twisting till you hear the snap.
On it.
Got them in my sights. How did I miss that?
Hurts when I hit, doesn't it?
Weapon is entirely worthless.
Come and face my...
I better not wake up dead.
That one rattled me hard. You dent.
The trick is to keep twisting till you hear the snap.
Well struck. On it.
Pay attention, kids. You might learn something. too old for this. This is embarrassing.
Hurts when I hit, doesn't it? Look at you. The surprise of a lifetime. Don't die too easily. Won't look good for me. This brightness is blinding.
Master, if you'll join me upstairs, I will pledge fealty to you in the lawful manner. Will do. Will do. This will be fun.
Got them in my sights.
On it.
What do you need?
Archon, change has come to the Tiers, and in time it will reach the Empire itself. You are the agent of that change, and even I could not have predicted what impossible heights you would reach. The time has come to take up the gavel and usher in a new age of structure and law to the Tiers. You will henceforth define justice for the rest of us. I will follow your lead and endeavor to follow your design. As the ruling Archon of the Tiers, I submit to your authority and thank you for bringing order out of chaos. Go and represent the strength of law. Be the example the Tiers require, the force that keeps them together, and the hope for their future under one rule. Let your justice know no mercy but that which you impose. Civilization itself will bend according to your design. Never forget this. I got it.
Even a Fury needs her sleep.
If what I hear is true, and mighty Tunon has bowed to your authority, then we are very well positioned indeed. Your laws and policies can restore order in ways that bloodshed cannot. If indeed Tunon's headsman has been dispatched, then I am spared a nightmare plagued by shadows. No one will mourn his passing. I see no fresh blood on your armor, but I sense that something has happened. Where once many congregated, there is now an absence. That can mean only one thing. The voices of Narat is no more. Can this be true? Well enough, damn you! Oh. Forgive me, Fatebinder. Suffice to say, this war has taken its toll on me, as have all the battles of centuries past. I have lost more friends and countrymen than any sane general could be expected to endure. I take each death personally, you understand. Down to the rank and file of my stone shields, the harm inflicted upon my northern sons and daughters. At times it seems visited upon me as well. But never mind an old man's ruminations. You have a report to make, and I am anxious to hear it. At last, the Scarlet Chorus are undone. We can properly conduct this war and subjugate the Tears as Kairos intended. That I can see this day, while the voices of Narat grows cold. He would never forget this indignity. Yes. I thought we would come to this. I had hoped to avoid the confrontation. Your service to my army has been exemplary, and I hate to lose a friend on the eve of victory. I knew you as Tunon's pupil, but now you are an Archon, and so much more. I would see you continue in your service to Kairos, but as my ally rather than my enemy. Bow in allegiance to me, and Kairos will be appeased. We can govern this lawless land together, and invite the savages into civilized custom. I'm afraid that is impossible. You have grown magnificent in power, and the Overlord demands that we consolidate the authority of the conquest under one rule. Dividing the army only led to mayhem, and the Tears need a single governance if there's to be hope of guiding them from savagery. I was afraid this would be your temperament, and it saddens me. Power should have humbled you, but it has made you vain. What do you propose, then? Will we fight to the death needlessly, or will you reconsider my offer? A proposal as insulting as it is laughable. You are an Archon in your infancy, unproven, untested, and unprepared for the trials of leadership. Yours? By what possible right, by what mad ambition do you challenge my... I am not ignorant to the wisdom of your words. They pierce me like a lance through my heart, but there is truth. This conquest has opened old wounds. At times, I have not acted like the leader that my army deserved. I was an accomplished warlord in the earliest days of the Empire. There was no fortress I couldn't breach. No distance I couldn't march. But the years have reduced me. I cared too deeply for my legion to see them suffer. I lost nearly everyone for whom I cared, and suffered for those I sought to protect. I would not wish this for anyone. I submit to your authority as Archon and Master of the Disfavored. Where you lead, I go. Where you command, I follow. Fatebinder, you have proven yourself a truer general than I ever was. I relinquish my hold over these women and men, and place them in your keeping. I ask only that you be good to them. They are far from home, and deserve treatment and leadership befitting their noble blood. I submit to you. As your Archon, I will obey your laws, carry out your orders, and protect whatever ways of life you see fit to impose on the Tiers and beyond. You carry a heavy burden now. It is no small task to lead a legion. Their lives and their deaths are yours to bear. At times, the strain was too much to bear, even for the likes of me. Devotion claims a heavy toll, and over the years it wore me down until... Your soldiers will look to you for guidance. You must be ready to take on any challenge on their behalf. Lead by example. Lead with the iron fist of the disfavored. The time has come to bring glory and triumph to this conquest. Go now, and bring order to what remains of the Tiers. I will stay behind with the army, training and preparing to carry out your will. I received word before you arrived. Though the other Archons are vanquished, Kairos sends another army to march on the Tiers. They make for the mountain spire and chant for your blood. It seems the Overlord will not tolerate competition. What are your orders? You would sue for peace? There remains only one path before you. To bend the knee as I did so long ago. You must offer it immediately, without hesitation. Perhaps the Overlord will accept and grant you authority over the Tiers. Given your power and my history, I find it difficult to imagine Kairos will suffer our united existence. With your surrender, the whole of Taratus will be unified under the Overlord's will. What will warlords like us offer a world at peace? Then do as you must, Archon, but do it in haste. Return to your mountain spire before the moment to act passes you by. Archon, you honor us with your presence, and you have brought our barrack back to us. What returns you to Iron Hearth? I cannot simply draw a sigil and rescind my protection. His connection to the disfavored and to me would have to be terminated.
Archon!
Always clever ones the adjudicators get. You certainly hold such authority by right. Your service always honored your family, yourself, and the North.
General!
Soon you may wear that title yourself, son of Barraconin. See that you strive always to remain worthy of it.
Yes, sir! The protection! I feel it lifting! We have done what you sought, Archon. I am truly free of graven ash, if such can be freedom called. Let us return to your smith.
Right.
Sorry, can't. Sorry, can't. Can't do that.
I'm not.
Here to make friends.
Keep your filthy hands off me! Keep your filthy hands off me!
Sorry, can't.
I think that one hit bone. I'll tear your skin
Out by your ass.
Wait! I did that? Nice! That's fine. That's fine. I don't need that rib to scribe.
Pity you won't enjoy this as much as I do.
That's fine. Just fine. I don't need that rib to scribe.
I got it.
Come at me, great. Pity you won't enjoy this as much as I do. You got it.
See that? I'm not entirely useless.
You are finished! I'll hit you twice hard next time!
See that? I'm not entirely useless.
Get back here! Keep your filthy hands off me! On your knees, worm! Crap!
Bleed out, you little shit. Did I always have? I never had a chance.
I'm injured. Tired. Let's rest. Right.
Freedom feels raw and cold, but comfortable.
Welcome back to the life of the free, you walking pile of... I'll have to dream up some new names for you, won't I? Anyway, put some pants on. I'm tired of looking at your... everything.
Now I can actually draft your official portrait for the Chronicle. You have no idea how much this omission has haunted me.
My Lord Binder, you have something which requires my attention? What can I do for you? Fate but... Archon? I had not spared it much consideration. Other things occupied my thoughts. General Ash pledged the disfavored to you. He gave me to your service, and now I masquerade as his equal. That will never be the case, of course. Even pledged to you, Graven Ash is an Archon. But beyond that, he is an ideal to strive towards. I will not honey these words, Archon. Your methods leave a great deal of room for improvement. You have lied, stolen, and cheated your way across the tiers, all in pursuit of a goal I did not think I wanted. And yet, I find little to complain of in our current circumstances. Do these ends justify your means? I cannot say. I would have thought, though, that I would feel different. Exactly! You meant the armor. Perhaps you will find this ridiculous or ungrateful, but I had accustomed myself to my armor. It became a part of me, and not merely physically. Now I will again have to adjust. I suppose it is. Let us continue. My Lord Binder, what can I do for you? On it. Yes! Let the Record Keepers praise this day as the ultimate victory of the Overlord! Let children sing of the heroic deeds of the disfavored Legion! Let soft courtiers envy those of us who braved the foreign... I appreciate that, Archon. I suppose our heads shall roll together, or not at all, as Kairos wills. If you know the Overlord's mind as well as you claim, our loyal service shall certainly see reward.
Oh, this certainly won't end in our executions. Kairos would never demand his Archons fight one another to the doom of all. I won't question your final judgment. I swore you an oath after all. Just remember that even if Kairos decides you chose our every action by her orders, she may still condemn you for the outcome. Her philosophy holds as much in common with Tunon's as Nerat's.
The Tears have been conquered, unified at last under a single banner. Word of your victory reaches the ear of Kairos, as does your declaration of fealty and obedience to the Overlord. In answer to your surrender, Kairos' armies halt their advance on the Tears and withdraw to their garrisons. You have brought order to the Tears, uniting the realms with the disfavored Legion, enforcing your will. The whole of Taratus now finally rests in Kairos' grasp. The conquest is, at long last, complete.